do you remember about him? He used to be the best back in the days, when toys were popular. On December 1st of 1962, Miss Angela Kowalski gives birth to his first child, Woody Jr. You can see her in this picture. She's the third doll on your right. After a difficult childhood, Woody starts dreaming of becoming an actor. In October 1992, the Mexican manager Alejandro de la Pierna sees him in a play called My Sheep Cheated on Me. He decides to sign him.
Yeah, at the beginning, I got him a few commercials and little jobs and stuff like that. Anyway, out of the blue, I was contacted by this guy who said he wanted Woody for an audition in a big production, a Disney film about toys.
I remember the day he was casted for the role, actually. He came home, sat on the bed and started crying. I was quite worried, so I asked him what was wrong, and he just said that he'd finally done it.
During the shooting of the first Toy Story movie, Woody met two people who are going to change his life: Buzz Lightyear and Bo Peep.
Yeah, I never really did get on with Buzz. It's nothing to do with what happened later. I just saw him as a very distant person.
Thank you, Woody, for saving my flock.
Oh, hey, it was nothing.
During this period, Woody starts a relationship with Bo Peep, the female star of Toy Story.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Woody was at the peak of his popularity. He was in love, he was famous. Those were his golden days, really.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Joe. How you doing, man? You alright? You ready?
Yeah, let's
Come on in, let's go. So I started writing the book when I was around 13. It started off as a little bit of a way of finding Woody for who he really was. I was talking to people that I knew about, that knew him as the hero that we all knew him as. But I tried to go a little bit further. I started investigating into people that he'd worked with and try to speak with them about their opinion of him. I mean, hell, I even got an interview from Tom Hanks about the whole '96 controversy.
In February 1996, Tom Hanks releases an interview for Time magazine. Woody is a passionate guy who throws himself into every action. As soon as he has an instinctive thought, like I have to help them or I have to run away, he does it with 100% commitment. You gotta love that about anybody. What's great is I get credit for the way the character and the humor comes off.
He was obsessed by it. He started going around asking people how much money they gave Tom Hanks for the dubbing.
In 1998, Woody and his movement for inanimate people rights sues the most important Hollywood production companies. After 5 months in court, Woody lost the case. In the meanwhile, the shooting of Toy Story 2 begins.
Every day an argument with the director, with the producers. He didn't like the plot.
On the night of the 23rd of August, 1999, Woody makes his way home. He's tired and he just wants to sleep after another unsatisfying day at work. When he gets into his bedroom, Bo Peep, who a few months ago agreed to marry him, is in the company of his friend Buzz. His whole world starts falling down.
For the 2 days following, we looked for him. Then he showed up at my door, drunk, high, covered in vomit. It was clear he'd lost touch with reality. We got him to rehab. After that, we managed to get him over to his parents' house, where he stayed in the right environment for a few years.
He was done. He wasn't popular anymore, and he had a bad reputation. It was inevitable.
On March the 17th, 2012, Woody has a relapse. In London, he causes a car accident. Woody's given the maximum sentence of 6 months imprisonment.
After he came out of prison, he joined a program for ex-convicts.
I think it's sad that a star like him has so many pressures and has to do that job. When we were kids, he taught us that we could reach for the sky and that, you know, there were partners in all of us, and I guess I want that philosophy to live on. Right on, partner.
Les louanges passent, ne s'arrêtent pas, et mes pensées